Hey, good afternoon. Welcome, Talk Topic Tuesday. Talk Topic Tuesday. Talk Topic Tuesday in full effect. A couple of things to discuss. So, y'all come on in here. I'll give you a few minutes. I already gave you a few because I came in a little late, but come on in. Wow. That's interesting. Just scrolling, looking at some other stories, and this one, the first one that came up is really bizarre. But yeah, come on in. And when you get in, check in, let me know who you are. Say hello. If nothing else, say hello. Looking at Diddy and at his residences being sex trafficking ports, basically. Like, this is where they bring in people that are being trafficked. And they say a lot of those people were teens. So we'll see how, allegedly, we'll see how that unfolds. Just got this story right here. This one is about Halle Berry. It says that Halle Berry recalls her doctor saying that she had the worst case of herpes he'd ever seen. Like, she said that. And this is, the source is People Magazine, but it was perimenopause. Wow. So the worst case of herpes ended up being something different. My doctor had no knowledge and didn't prepare me. I said, ooh, so I'm going to read into that one. That's not even what we came for, but it came across this a lot. It came across me, so I just wanted to mention it out loud. But yeah, come on in here. Come in. I see you coming. Let me know who you are, where you are in the comments. Please tap in and say hello to me. Speak. I speak back. Speak to me. Let me know who's watching. And we shall go ahead and get started. So, Talk Topic Tuesday this week. First things first, this topic was posted on yesterday about how important it is to know the parent or the other parent of the children if you're dating someone. Is that important that you know who their child's mother or father is? Most people said yes. Some people said no, it's not important at all. I normally do not, go back and forth with people, but I kind of want to go in about that one. Who they are, at least who they are, or at least a picture. You tell me the name, I'll find the rest out. But like, at least who they are. What kind of relationship it was. Are they mad at you? Do they know that you're dating other people? What type of access do they have? How often do they see the child? Like, these things are important. So that was the first thing that we'll be talking about. And then there's some new stats out about Black women in business, and that Black women are leading the way as business owners, new business owners in 2024. There's some stats out about that, and also hiring the most people. Black women-led businesses are hiring the most people and providing the most jobs right now. So all of this is huge news, and that's what we will be discussing for the hour. So come in, make it quick, y'all. We only do about 50 minutes. This is just a follow-up to what happens on the air. So come in. Got some people on the B949 page, some people on my page, some people on Lady Woo. So wherever you are, let me know. I'm looking for you. Let's see who I see here. Okay. Somebody said Big Back is on the way. Come on in, Big Back. Don't don't take too long. Come on in. Who else? Okay. All right. So yeah, let's chat. I've dated a few people that have children, and I date with a child. Okay, and my ex-husband and I do not have a relationship to where he and the person that I'm dating will share space, unless it's something that's significant to my daughter, especially at this age. So like, we may have, at this point we'll have prom, graduation, her birthday, or something special for me, which is not necessarily special for her. So he doesn't have to be there. Even to the idea of someone, when you're dating, you may spend time and nights at that person's house. They may spend time and nights at your house. If they are really involved, you may end up dropping their children off, picking their children up, taking their children with you. And I'm wondering, why do people not think that it's important that I know who my child is in the company of, or that I know whose child I have with me? Why is that not important? Um, there have been some stories about how a parent and their partner were responsible for a child at a time, and then something happens to the child, and then both of them go to jail. But it's at the lead of the partner. It's at the lead of the boyfriend or girlfriend, the parent's boyfriend or girlfriend. And I'm just wondering, why would adults not feel that that is imperative information, that I at least know who the other parent is to this child? So I'm really wanting to hear about that and what you all feel and what your perspective is on that. Why, honestly, why that's not important to you? I would want people to know, well, like if my ex-husband is introducing my daughter, I need you to tell him who the mama is. Like, don't just have him out here thinking that she's just yours, and as long as you know, it's okay. I need to know too. I need to know who my daughter's with, where she's going, um, who may be around. Who is this child's parent? So if you're one that agrees with it, tell me, especially if you have a story, something that you've experienced, or if you see that otherwise, if you don't see it as important that you should know who the parents are or who the other parent is to the person's children that you date. That is so important. That's so weird that I got some people saying it's not important at all. So I'm about to go in and get some of your earlier comments. Let's see. So we talked about this yesterday, and we got some delay, but I do want to share with you. Somebody said, no, it's not important at all, and just lifted it that. He didn't say why it's not important, but I would think that if somebody says it's not important that I know whose child I have or whose child I'm around, that they don't really plan on being serious anyway. So I don't care to know who your child's other parent is. Then somebody else said that this is Shanti Davis, very important, especially if I'm going to be around their children, because I definitely want to know who you have around my child. Cordell Pope, very important. And I need to know where he lays his head, if he's allowed to know where I lay mine. And that's the idea that I have about it. I don't need somebody knowing who I am and I have no clue who they are. But my daddy dating Lady Wu. And then you pull up in your feelings about something and you front me and I have no clue who you are. I'm gonna have to circle back and come to the person that I'm dating, because this should be common information if we share time and space. Who is this and why is she upset with me? So that those things are so important. I don't understand how people don't feel that way, and I'm waiting to hear from those who don't. Maybe those of you who are watching equally feel that it's important, but others seem not to. My homegirl Ebony says that it's not important to her, and I asked why. So she says, I've never cared that much, but if the child is having issues at mom's house, then I will question him on the choices that he made. So then she puts it back on the adult, like back on the parent. If that's your child's mama, I'm questioning you. And I guess that makes sense, but furthermore, they already have children together, so that's before you. They already got kids. So like, you wondering about how he chose her and why he chose her is irrelevant. The idea is that now this person is probably vested in you because you have dealings with their child. So you don't know what that is until you know who they are. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Siobhan, at her best, knowing who the children's other parent is can be important for understanding the dynamics of the family, ensuring healthy co-parenting relationships, and being sensitive to any potential complexities or challenges that may arise in the future. It also helps in understanding the children's background and emotional needs, but all of that comes in time. All right, so I would say that it could come in time, and then again, it can hit you in the face right off top. I had a situation where I met someone's the other parent to someone's child, and I met them basically in a chaotic situation. Had no intentions on meeting these people because like this is a very new situation, and she appeared. I'm gonna just say she appeared, and that was a situation that I had to deal with that in that moment, that I'm going to have to deal with later on because of how she responded. I didn't know who she was, but she found out who I was. And I'm like, now this is crazy. But those are the type things. It's reasons like that that you need to know. Okay, I have this child, or I have these children. This is this is my ex-wife. Let me show you a picture. That's her name. And then this is my second set of kids. This their mama. Like whatever. That's important. We were real grown. We should know these things. Miss Evans, is absolutely important for many reasons, on many levels, ranging from mental capacity to other things, et cetera, et cetera. And that's absolutely right. I need to know. Baby mama might be thrown off, and I don't want to have to come out of character to meet her where she is. So just tell me so that I can always prepare. So that was the top topic, the main one, because I was really concerned about something that I heard about. Man, yeah, I don't know who this little dude mama is. No, he was dating the mom, and he said he had no idea who the child's dad was, but he had him at the barbershop. This is where all of this came from. Just go with me. General conversation was being had, and dude was like, "Yeah, man, this is my shawty little dude," and everybody's like, "Hey, what's up?" And they were talking about something. It was just a conversation going on in the barbershop, and the little boy commented, and the comment kind of threw everybody like, "Dang, how you know that?" And he's like, "Yeah, this ain't my dude. This ain't my son. This my girl's son." So they like, well, he must have been around his daddy them or his uncles or something. And then dude was like, I don't even know who his daddy is. Everybody was blown by that. Like, how do you not know whose child you have with you? You could run into this person with their child and you got it. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why are we so reckless and careless when it comes to what we expose our children to and then what we expose ourselves to? Why are we like that? When did that become comfortable for us to just have children and have other people around us that we absolutely know nothing about? I don't get it. So that conversation, I think they were talking about like sex or something, like talking about sex with teenagers. And he was like, yeah, saying some real grown stuff. And they was like, whoa. And the adult that he was with did not even know who his daddy was. That's crazy to me. So nevertheless, we'll keep that conversation open. Put a pin in that, and let's go to some Women's History Talk. So it's the end of Women's History Month in a few days. I think Saturday ends Women's History Month, and right now there's some statistics out about Black women opening businesses at the top rates. We are the number one new business owners. Let's see. Black and African American women own businesses outpacing the markets at 18%. Women overall are at 13%, and Black and African American men are at 15%. So Black women are leading the race in opening new businesses and hiring the most people and providing the most jobs. However, as a Black woman in business, the level of support that we get seems really, I'm gonna say it's shady. I'll go with shady. I see how easy it is for others, and I don't know if it's because they already have the backing, they already have done all the research, they already have the money. I don't know if it's that or people just trust men more with business. I don't know. But I've been hearing some conversation about women opening businesses and how difficult it is for them. Okay, we're leading in it, and I'm going to step out on a limb and say we're leading in it because Black women are not afraid to sacrifice. We sacrifice every day, so why would I not sacrifice for myself and for my vision and for what I want? So Black women leading the way and providing jobs is huge. But as a Black woman business owner, I've sat at tables and in rooms with people who have everything that I need, and it's easy for them to say, yeah, anything you want, I got your back. I'll help you out. But then when it comes down to that, what does that help look like? What is that supposed to look like? How should I feel about receiving help as somebody who is opening a business or needing support as a Black woman? So I want to hear from other Black women business owners about some of the struggles you've had. Is it about pulling permits? Is it about getting licensing? Is it about having funding sources or finding funding sources? Is it about the customers? Do you get the same support that other businesses get? Do your friends shop with you? Do you know, are you in the best neighborhoods? So like, what are some of the struggles that you all have had as far as being Black female business owners and developers? What are some of the issues that you faced, and then how are you persevering? I know for a fact, boutiques, beauty shops, and restaurants are what you see a lot of us opening. A lot of Black women are opening those businesses. But then individual businesses, I'm in private practice. This is my business and I'm by myself. But at the same time, there are a lot of overhead expenses when it comes to being a business owner. So we're already single women, and then we're single Black women that not only run our household single-handedly, but we run our businesses single-handedly. And if I be damned, that's not a headache sometimes, or a lot of times, because everything that I have goes into my household and into my business. So I'm wondering, from other Black-owned businesses, Black-owned female businesses, what are some of your struggles? What are some of the things that you faced while building your business that have been seen as difficulties? And I got some text message comments coming in. Let's see. I am a Black-owned business. I'm proud to be it, but it is definitely a task. The hardest part for me was getting banked. I didn't have money up front, but I had amazing credit. And every bank I went to was asking for documentation that I didn't know I needed. Okay. So basically, not knowing what resources you need to open a business, or to get the money that you need to support your business. Thank you for that. So if you know my number, of course you can text me. But if not, put it in the comments. What have been some of those things for you, business owners, that have been difficult? What's been difficult for you, female business owners, Black ladies who have businesses? It's not important. Okay. So I'm about to go in. Okay, for me, the day-to-day operations and the taking care of my building has been the hardest. It's hard to find good help. Nobody's willing to do anything that they say without a check. It's difficult. I agree with that as well. I've needed help. I've needed manpower. I know tons of people, but people, and because of that, people would think that it's so easy. Oh, you can call anybody anytime to get whatever you want and need. Think that if you want to. I have sat on things for weeks waiting on somebody to help me, or waiting on somebody to show up or whatever, and it not happen, and I end up having to just get somebody else or pay somebody. So as a woman, I think that's a big part of it. Like, when people don't really understand the business, they don't understand, like, I may have new furniture, I need help, I need to put this together, I need to make this happen, I need to get that can be difficult. So knowing who to call for help, and then them actually being able to help. So yeah, I wanna hear from you all. Don't just text it. I'll put it in the comments so other people can see too. Because as we see, several of us have these stories, feelings and opinions about being business owners, Black female business owners. Yeah. What is that like for you? And who's watching? Check in and let me see. I see you all coming in and out. Let me know who's tuned in. Oh, I want to go back to that Halle Berry conversation. Oh, Halle Berry with herpes. That ain't what she said. That's what the doctor said it was before they said that it was what do they call it? Perimenopause. Yeah, so that's what it ended up being. The doctor said that it was the worst case of herpes that he had ever seen with Halle Berry, but then later said that it was not that. It was the worst. It was a diagnosis of perimenopause. Then this one here, got a text message on this one. Y'all texting and not putting it in the comments. Put it in the comments so people can see. How do you feel about Birmingham Southern closing its doors after 160 years? I saw the story. I didn't read the story. But I mean, we've been hearing about it, and they needed to be saved, and they wanted the city to save them, they wanted the county to save them, they wanted somebody to save them, and now they're closed. Do I have feelings about it? Not necessarily. Some people have suggested that that it be a Miles College campus. Like, oh, it would be great to see this as the Miles College Birmingham campus. And I'm like, Miles College has a campus. Miles College has a North campus at the old Lloyd Nolan Hospital site that has not been utilized since we got it. I've been up there for some events, like for the ribbon cutting that was under the last administration. And since then, I haven't been back. So I don't know that anything is happening with that. So what would we do with another campus? But I could definitely see like some type of mass housing, because this is just visionary thinking. A mass community housing facility with educational options and workshops and things like that within that village, like almost like a village of community growth, classes, trades, all that type thing, and maybe some, technical support. But yeah, everybody's talking about what they see it being, and I keep seeing Miles College. This y'all time to shine. What's up, Josh? Now this y'all time to shine. Go get y'all a campus and stop adding to the one you got. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, different things on that. That's my opinion though. May 31st, 2024 is supposed to be the date for Birmingham Southern to close. Yeah, I don't know. Who else? What else? That's really it. That's really all. It's like a lot going on in the world. Of course, what happened in Baltimore early this morning, where the bridge was hit while people were crossing. It was heartbreaking to watch, and just how you really don't know what the next moment holds for you. You're just going across the bridge. You may go across this bridge every day, commuting wherever you're going and coming from. But they were going across the bridge, and as they were going across, this cargo ship was coming under. The cargo ship hit the bridge, and they said six people were on the bridge at the time of the collapse. And last I knew, they had found two, and then the others, no, eight. They found two, six were still missing. That was last I saw. But like in those moments where you are really just doing what you always do, and your life is drastically changed or it's ended, I probably would have died from a heart attack. Because what the hell? Like, I'm just 1:00 in the morning, it's dark, and I may see this thing approaching, but you always see ships and stuff approaching while you always see this. This is norm. They're coming and going. But this one had a power outage, 2 power outages, and then 2 restores, and they still hit it, and they crumpled that much of the bridge. I think they said about a mile of this bridge was taken out. So for me, it really just went with why being in my head anyway about life and living and how that looks. And at any moment, anything really could happen that we have no control over, and just how, just mind blowing that is. So keeping Baltimore in our prayers. That's the current event that I think has everybody talking. Lanika, I'll read your comment. I think you're talking about business. Okay, so let's see. Well, I am in the process of taking my clinical exam to practice as a therapist. On the other hand, a lot of my current friends, associates, etc., appear to struggle with building the support systems, clientele, etc., the consistency of support, etc. A lot of women may find it challenging to support other women if and when they themselves may be struggling with not knowing, believing in, and valuing their own aspirations. Okay, so I can speak to that. When I started my business, I think for me, I've always, when I step out and do something, it's absolutely what I want to do. Like, I know that I'm going to do it. I can't do anything else but that, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So when I started my practice, or when I went to school, even when I got in the program, I already knew I'm going to have my own private practice. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I did. So the support did come from like my family tending to my daughter, cooking dinner. So when I got out of class in the evening, I could just shoot by there, pick her up, get some food, and go to bed or study. That's how my whole graduate school process went. When I took the test, everybody talked about how difficult the test would be. You learn that from the beginning of the program. Oh, it's going to be so hard. It took me 3 times to pass. And I'm like, why are we already talking about the end? You start with the end in mind, but you don't make the end be something that people fear. I went and took the test, passed the test the first time, got licensed, became a nationally certified counselor that same day, because you take the test, you get the certification, boom, did all of that, and started my business. Start your business. There are so many programs to help people, gain clients. Everybody's looking for somebody to talk to, somebody to help them. Some people have too many people to tend to, and they can send you people. So I'm telling you, it can be done, and it is it is the most rewarding experience once you can see your vision come to fruition. Like, wow, this thing has come to pass. I did that. And you do it with the help of your support system. So you can reach out to me anytime. And I'm actually looking at changing the structure of my counseling practice now. Like I've done this since the beginning, and I became licensed in 17, I think. It was before the pandemic, well before the pandemic, and then once the pandemic hit, of course that changed everything, and that's when mental health started booming. So for as much as everybody needs help, you will always have a job, Miss Evans. So reach out to me, and we can chat whenever. So yeah, and that I think that motto applies to any business. Just knowing the basics of your business. What do you need to get started? Business license, insurance, things like that. What do you need? Do you need a brick and mortar? Can you be virtual? Can you meet people out? What does that look like for you? Would you rent a space? Could you buy a space? All of those things. So yeah, know the business that you want to get into before you get into it. And then once you get in it, like I said, a lot of times we look for people to help us based on what they said and what their relationships are to us. But then when you really start needing the help, it's like creepy, right? Like, because they're trying to keep their businesses afloat too. They're trying to maintain as well. So yeah, that's how that goes. But nevertheless, Black women are leading in business ownership. So we are stepping out on faith. We are running our businesses. We are doing great. We are managing and maintaining. That's a great thing. And this is evidence-based, and there are numbers to prove it. So shouts out to all the sisters doing their thing. Shouts out to the brothers who are doing their things as well. But right now we're talking about women because it is still Women's History Month. And on tomorrow, we'll be at Majestic Ultra Lounge on 3rd Avenue, right across from the Alabama Theater. I can't even think of the address right now. Yeah, I don't know. But right across from the Alabama Theater, Majestic Ultra Lounge for Lady Woo's Women's History Month wrap up. We're going to do a pink ootini. Come get you a drink, sip it with me. If you don't drink, they got food. But it's just the idea that we'll be in the same space, just kind of sharing a little bit, just for happy hour. Just a happy hour. We ain't going to be nowhere all night because we got work to do. We got to continue to make history. So that's happening tomorrow. This conversation, the top topic, got some comments and some questions about that. You all also told me, I don't know if it's y'all that's watching or if it's other people, but people did mention that with so much always going on in the world, they want to be able to have some platforms to discuss. I think it was last year I did some community counseling sessions, so I'm going to do those again. I'll be doing those again. Dates coming soon on those as well. So for those of you watching, I'm going to give you a few minutes to just throw your topics out. What do you want to hear? What has been on your mind? What has come across your computer screen that you want to discuss? Like I said, Diddy, I don't know if we even really talking about Diddy. Somebody said he must be trying to buy NBC. I saw that comment. Like everything that's happening to him, is it just that no matter what you do, there's no running from it? You can't hide from what you do? Is it that? Or is it truly that people are out for him? So like those are some conversations that are being had around Puff Daddy. What else? What else y'all talking about? Yeah, Baltimore. What happened with the bridge? Spring is here. Yeah, spring is here. Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday is Sunday. But I didn't even know y'all still went to church, so I didn't know that was a thing for you. No, you buy Easter baskets and stuff like that, but do y'all still get dressed? I know, like, why would you put on an Easter dress to not go to church? So I didn't even think that we were going to do that. But yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about that. What else? Okay. Anxiety. Anxiety is real. What alcohol does to your brain chemistry and to your mood. Ooh. Oh. I'll pull that up and check in on that later. Let's see if there are any more comments. Okay. Will do. Send me that information, Lanika, to my inbox. Or you can text it to me, 205-452-0111. 205-452-0111. She says, and I have an Easter outfit too. I don't really have anything, like we did that growing up, get an Easter dress, had some gloves and a hat, stuff like that. But now I'm just really concerned about people actually knowing what we're celebrating or what we are commemorating. I don't know. So that's a whole nother live. I may do that soon. But yeah, we'll revisit that. Thank you for being a part of this conversation, Miss Evans. You are the one that actually openly participated. I said, these are quick. Talk Topic Tuesday is just a talk topic. It's in and out, what's happening, what our opinions are, what we've said about these things, what's important. And I'm seeing that for this one, a lot of us are somewhat on the same page. I gotta know whose child is this? I know they're yours, but who is the mama? Who is the mom? Who are the mama's people? Because if I get an inbox message from somebody saying something crazy, and normally it's something crazy, like some unfinished business that the person has with the other parent. Look, I don't have nothing to do with that. Right? If you want to meet me. Come to me and meet me. But don't come to me with nothing crazy because I'm with your child's with their parent. So yeah, that's where all of this came from, the conversation in the barbershop. I told you what it came from. It came from the conversation in the barbershop. The young teenage guy was talking about sex with the older guys in the barbershop, and they basically were like, man, what you teaching your son? And in that moment, he's like, this ain't my son. I don't know whose son he is. Like, what? He is the son of the girl that he's dating, but he doesn't know who his daddy is. And I'm like, it's no way that I would have my person at the time, put a pin in that one, my person at the time's child with me, and I don't know who their other parent is. I just can't fathom me going to the mall, taking your baby in the mall with me, and somebody walks up and asks me what I'm doing with their child or whatever that could turn into. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's crazy. What? I'm bringing my little dude to the barbershop because that's what you do when you date somebody. You look out. You help out. Hey, Cal, you help out. But I got to know who the other parent is. You can go, but let me talk to your mama first before you come with me. Y'all be wild. Okay. Absolutely, we don't want smoke. Absolutely, I don't want no problem. So yeah, anything else that you all want to talk about? Once a week, Tuesdays at 3:00. Unless I'm out of town minding my business, we are doing talk. I may even do it out of town. It depends on how I'm feeling. Talk Topic Tuesday. We do it on the radio. Do it on social media. Then we go live to talk about it so we can get those comments in and get the conversation going. And depending on how you're talking, I may even add you to the conversation. But Talk Topic Tuesdays are all about what you want to talk about, what's been on your mind, what's been going on with you and your people. Marissa says, why would that not be discussed first before deciding to date? So for some of us, that does make sense. Like, okay, well, yeah, I have a son and a daughter, or I have 5 sons, whatever. And their whatever, their dad is out of the country, his name is blah, blah, blah. Like, but I guess, Marissa, a lot of people don't feel that's important because they don't cherish relationship like that. Either they already know that they're not going to be serious and they're not going to be around like that. They're not really vested, or they already know that I'm not trying to get involved with your children like that. So I don't have to know who the other parent is. What you think? Like I said, I can't make sense of it. Meeting children for me, because as a single mom who dates, you probably will end up meeting my daughter because my daughter's very, very much present in my life. Like, if we're FaceTime or you call or something like that, we may be in a vehicle together. We live together, so quite naturally she may come around or something. You just whatever. Like, it just makes sense. And then you end up asking, well, like, so yeah, tell me about your ex or your child's parent, whatever. You should know if they're deceased, if they are, present, if they are in a new relationship, if they are still trying to get with you. You should know that. So I think, Marissa, it may be because people don't know how to bring those conversations up just naturally. And I don't know why they don't, but a lot of people don't know how to bring those conversations up naturally and comfortably. And you said before deciding to date, I'll date you not really knowing the depth of your relationships with your kids and all that type of stuff. I'll date you because to me a date is going out to dinner, meeting at a bar, meeting at whatever, at the park, whatever. That's a date. But continuously dating you or being serious about dating you, I would want to know those things, and it would come up fairly soon. So yeah. Anything else, y'all? Anything else? I see you watching. Let me see where you are watching from. Okay. What's up, Sneed? Michelle? Tamika, hey to y'all. So yeah, comment. Let me know. Let me know whatever you're thinking about. It doesn't have to be on anything that we already discussed. We discussed a few things today, just a few. Black women being the business leaders of America, making the most moves as far as being business owners and providing jobs and resources. Shouts out to the sisters. What else? We talked about. I only read the headline. We did not get into that story because I did not have time to read it. Didn't do any research, but Halle Berry sat down with, I think President Joe Biden's wife, the first lady, Mrs. Biden. They sat down and had a conversation. Halle said that her doctor told her that she had the worst case of herpes that they had ever seen. And then it turned out to be perimenopause. Crazy. So we got to find that story. We can talk about that maybe tomorrow on the air. Then Diddy's houses, both of his houses were raided because he has been accused of human trafficking. It ain't looking good for you, boy. So yeah, those are a couple of the things we talked about. The bridge in Baltimore. Anything else? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes and we're gonna get on out of here. Talking Tuesdays at 3. Maybe a long time, maybe a few minutes, but it just depends on what we're talking about and what you want to say, what you have to contribute to the conversation. All right, I'm tapping out. Next, right here on some of these platforms, you can see the think tank, get in that discussion, talk to Chris Coleman about what's going on. You all can chime in with each other. Have a good afternoon. I will talk to you tomorrow at noon on B94.9 WATV. Bye.